The Tennessee Titans fell to 0-4 today after a shutout to the Houston Texans. It was an absolutely brutal game to watch. So I decided that here in Madden, we should sim until they win a Super Bowl. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen for a while, but they might have some pieces on this team that could help. And it all starts with the starting quarterback right now. Cam Ward was the #1 overall pick in this last year's draft. 23 years old. He has hidden dev in the game. He's a 73 overall, playing down to a 69, which is not ideal. There is definitely something here. I'm very curious to see what they put the dev trade on him as, but he's a guy that can move around in the pocket a little bit with the 82 speed, 85 acceleration, and the accuracy numbers. I mean, on base here, 77, 80, 85. That's not bad at all. In fact, that's quite good for a rookie. I think he can improve a ton. 91 throw power is just fine. And probably the best piece that is around him is JC Latham, their starting right tackle. He was just drafted the year before. He's actually a year younger than Ward, though, at 22 years old. Star dev, 79 overall. He is definitely a piece that we could keep around for a very long time. I could see him improving along with Ward. Tony Pollard, the running back. You got Calvin Ridley as wide receiver 1. And the guy that's really been showing out a little bit this year in real life is Alec Iomaner, 22-year-old rookie as well. And Madden hasn't shown him any love, obviously, but this guy has been an absolute stud in real life as a wide receiver too. He is somebody that they might want to keep around, have him improve with Ward. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that in this, but obviously we're simming, so we'll see what the Titans do with him. On the defensive side of the ball, they have some solid pieces as well. When you got L'Jarius Sneed, you got Jeffrey Simmons. And they also have a hidden dev safety, it looks like, here in Kevin Winston Jr., 21-year-old rookie with hidden dev. Love to see that. Maybe he'll play a part in this team. They also have an edge rusher that they used their second-round pick on this year. And bear with me, this is a tough one for me to say. Oluwafemi Oladejo. I'm going to try to say his name the least amount possible in this, or we're just going to call him Oladejo or something. 21 years old, though, off the edge at 6'3", 261. Could be an interesting piece. He's already in the 70s. He might stick around for a little bit. And the last main piece from this last draft was the 4th-round pick, Gunnar Helm, tight end out of Texas. 22 years old, 6'5", 241. And he doesn't have the craziest route running, but it looks like he can catch a little bit. Obviously not a piece right now, but with that hidden dev, you never know in the future. But first things first in this, we got to get this team a win. Just so they understand what it feels like to get on the board. Now, obviously in the Madden sim, week 4 hadn't happened yet, so we did just sim against the Texans. They did lose, so we are still 0-4 at least, but it wasn't the shutout variety that happened in real life. But we are going to try to get our first win against the Arizona Cardinals after we find out what this injury is. I mean, man, there is not a lot of luck here when it comes to the injuries. 3 guys on IR, pretty rough. But we are going to jump in here against the 80 overall Arizona Cardinals. Same overall. Maybe we have a chance here to get our very first win. So we are going to see Cam Ward in the offense on the field for the very first time here. Just trying to get him on the board. We also got to see, like, on the field, what do we have on this team? I know it's not much, but there are some pieces. We're going to give it to Tony Pollard, and he's going to be tackled down after a couple-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 8, and I see Gunnar Helm on the field. Chigo Conco is also out there. Tyler Lockett, Calvin Ridley. I think Ridley's open, and Ward overthrows him. It's going to be 3rd and 8. I see press on Ridley on the left side. Can he beat it? Not the greatest decision to throw, and Tyler Lockett drops the ball. Cam Ward, rough first possession. And we're going to go into quick sim here. Nobody is scoring so far. Arizona gets on the board with the touchdown, make it a 2-touchdown game. And the Titans come back here in the end of the half, but Arizona scores again. Oh, this is brutal. 24-7. I don't think we're seeing our very first win, unfortunately. 24-14, the comeback. And that's not going to happen. 24-14 is the final. The Titans fall to 0-5. I figure we see them on the field for a drive. Maybe we could lead them to a win. That's not going to happen. So I guess we see if they tank for the rest of the year, try to get that #1 overall pick again. Mid-season mark here in year 1, and we got our first win against the Raiders, 27-24. It looks like the Titans are 1-6. And looking here, Cam Ward having a miserable rookie year. 1,300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. It's not good. Our best running back right now is only averaging 3.6 6.7 per carry. That is not good. And obviously with Ward not playing well, the receivers aren't going to be playing well as well. This is just a brutal look like right now. Now, obviously this team isn't going to be competing this year, so we are going to sim to the playoffs, see what we end up with, and see what's going on in that playoff bracket this year. So we actually end up winning the last game of the year against the Jags. We end up going 7-10. What a second half. Hold on. We ended up shutting out the Colts in week 8, 34-0. Then after that, we lose to the Chargers, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 straight wins, and then 3 straight losses. We were 6-7 at one point. So Cam Ward leading us to a win streak is something I didn't expect in year 1. And looking here in his rookie season, Ward threw for 3,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. That is horrible. We cannot have more interceptions than touchdowns. It just can't happen. Pollard ends up running for 1,100 yards and 4 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns. Actually a great season for Tony Pollard. We will take that in Madden Sim 100%. Tyler Lockett was our leading receiver in yards, and Chigo Kwanko, the tight end, is the leader in receptions with 73. Touchdowns leader is Lockett as well. Now, obviously, we are not in the playoff bracket. Looks like the 1 seeds in each conference are the Rams and the Ravens. Rams as a 1 seed is interesting. Let's see what happens. And the Bucks lose to the Ravens in the Super Bowl, 31-21 Ravens, and David Ojabo is the Super Bowl MVP, the right edge for the Ravens. Matthew Stafford is the MVP. Wow. Things you did not expect to see in 2025. Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year. Jalen Hurts, Offensive Player of the Year. Aiden Hutchinson, the Defensive Player of the Year. Welcome back. Ashton Genty wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Abdul Carter, the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, notice we had 0 Titans there. That is to be expected. Hopefully, they can have a good offseason, a good draft, and we come back next year with some, just a better team vibe. We won 7 games. We had a great second half. We can definitely improve on this. Going into year 2, the Titans had a 79 overall. It does not look like we improved much. Taking a look at the starting lineup, Cam Ward, star dev, is a 77 overall. Io Manor moves up to wide receiver 3, and it looks like the other rookie, DK, is star dev at 73 overall. We drafted a rookie wide receiver by the name of Dion Westbrook, hidden dev, 23 years old. And he's not very speedy, so I'm not sure really what we're going to do here. Maybe he's a slot guy of the future. I'm not sure. Gunnar Helm was also star dev. Did we get anybody interesting on defense? Matthew Judon is a superstar dev that's not even starting for us, by the way. Jeffrey Simmons moving up the superstar X Factor is awesome, and we drafted a rookie corner. This guy looks like a stud. 79 overall, 6'1", 182 at 22 years old with 92 speed and 81 man already. We might have drafted one of the better corners. So it looks like we got a couple pieces to be excited about. I don't know how much this team has really improved though, unfortunately, but hey, you never know what could happen in the regular season. We won 7 games last year somehow after starting 1-6, and I'll be damned. We get to the midseason mark and we are 6-1, the exact opposite of the record last year at the midseason mark. What is going on? And look in here, we are 4th in the league in points per game and 3rd in the league in defensive points allowed. I don't know how we're doing this. Cam Ward has completely turned it around. Year 2, 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in 7 games. The exact opposite of what he was doing last year. This is insane. Pollard again running for over 4 per carry, already at 500 yards on the year. And Elijah Moore is our leading receiver right now in both touchdowns and yards, and catches goes to Diami Brown, but still, Elijah Moore is our guy, apparently. I have to say, I did not expect this at all, and now I'm very curious if we're going to make the playoffs in year 2. I mean, you would think there has to be some regression with this team. This is not a good team. In fact, our overall is worse than last year. And there is the regression. We were 6-1. We went 3-7 the second half of this season. The exact opposite of last year. We were better in the second half. We definitely regressed to the norm. Number 18 offense, number 15 defense. Absolutely heartbreaking, and we do not make the wild card round, unfortunately. Cam Ward, year 2, 3,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Definitely an improvement, so we will be happy with that. Pollard, yet again, over 1,000 yards on the season, rushed for about 3.9 per carry, 7 touchdowns, not too bad. Cam Ward added 3 touchdowns on the ground as well. And somehow Elijah Moore is our number 1 receiver, 7 touchdowns, 843 yards. Diami Brown adds 821 yards as well. And then Calvin Ridley, 795. Pretty spread out attack, I would say. Defensively, the leader in tackles is Cody Barton with Kaiser White right behind him. 10 tackles for loss leads us from Kaiser White, and wow, are we getting some pressure. Simmons with 14 sacks. Oladejo with 10. Okay, Rook. Not a Rook anymore, but you know what I'm saying. And we're getting quite a bit of interceptions too, way more than I expected. Our defense, I mean, the numbers look fine. 4 for Cody Barton leads us. This is not as bad as I expected it to be, I'll be honest. Season recap: the Eagles beat the Bills in what looks like to be a very close Super Bowl. Cooper DeJean was the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow is the MVP. Zach Taylor wins Coach of the Year. Puka Nacua, the Offensive Player of the Year. Max Crosby, the Defensive Player of the Year. Saw a lot of him today against the Bears. He was a beast. It does help that he lines up against our right tackle, and Darnell Wright was out. So, you know, sorry, side tangent. Either way, Bears win. Bear down. Let go. Tyree Douglas wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Dwayne Hill wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Overall, though, improvement of the season. We went 9-8. Maybe playoffs next year. We shall see. Hopefully, the team improves. Going into year 3, we have moved up to an 80 overall. So 1 overall improvement, I guess. Let's see what the GM did to make this team better. Cam Ward up to an 81. Tyjae Spears is now the RB1. Pollard is gone. Diami Brown and Elijah Moore are still our wide receivers. And then Ridley, Iomaner, DK, and Westbrook turned out to be star dev. Looks like we had a big focus on O-line. We drafted a left tackle that's a 78 overall at 21 years old. Felix Golston. This guy looks like he's going to end up being a stud. We also drafted another one. It looks like it's a right guard by the name of Larry Terry. Elite name. Larry Terry's a 73 overall at 21 years old. There's definitely something there. We're beefing up the O-line. I really like what we're doing, building the trenches like that. And yet another tight end was picked. Donovan Russell, 22 years old, 6'4", 255. Definitely looks like he's more of a blocking tight end. Defensively, it looks like we moved L'Jarius Sneed to free safety. That's interesting. The rookie corner from last year ended up being star dev, but he's already an 84 overall. This guy's a stud. We could definitely use a little depth on the defensive line, but we did draft a linebacker with hidden dev in Ben Quick. I wonder how fast he is. He has 83 speed. He's not very quick. I have to say, with all the hidden devs I'm seeing, I feel like we're drafting well. Like, this team definitely has a bright future, it feels like. Mid-season mark, we are 2-5. I don't know what to think about this team. I don't know. Looking here, Cam Ward, 1,500, almost 1,600 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 picks. Looks like we're moving the ball. We're just not able to get it in the end zone right now. Spears, oh yeah, we just don't have a run game also. That is not helping. Spears, 290 yards with 2 touchdowns, 3.4 per carry is not it. Ridley is our #1 receiver this year, so it looks like he's trying to step up a little bit. But yeah, man, I mean, when you're nearly the last offense in terms of points per game, that is rough. But we're the #3 defense, so maybe the offense can figure it out a little bit. Either way, we advance till the end of the year. I'm feeling like playoffs is very unlikely, but hey, you never know. It seems like we're a team of 2 different halves both of these years so far. What happens in year 3? And we end 8-9, and we actually ended with 2 losses on the season as well. Another failed season, but the defense was the #4 ranked defense in points and the #1 pass defense as well. That something's just got to be done about this offense. I'm wondering if it's maybe a playbook change. Cam Ward had a solid season though, 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 9 picks. He really cut down on the interception ratio in the second half. Yeah, I mean, that's a solid season. It's just we don't have a run game. That is the biggest issue right now, which is definitely going to make Cam Ward's job harder. Tyjae Spears and then Chadarius Mabin. This guy I have not seen before. Oh, I'm sorry. I was not familiar with your game, Chadarius. Normal dev, 24 years old. His 2nd year in the league, but he's an 80 overall. This guy's the future. So maybe we stick with what we're doing, because it's clear that the talent on this team is getting better. We just got to see it perform. All right, season recap. The Packers beat the Dolphins in the Super Bowl. What a Super Bowl. Micah Parsons is the Super Bowl MVP. That is to be expected. Josh Allen wins MVP. Vrabel, Coach of the Year. Khalil Shakir is the Offensive Player of the Year. Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Big year for Parsons. Offensive Rookie of the Year is halfback Alex Delgado, and the Defensive Rookie of the Year is a defensive tackle named Raphael Williams. And something I noticed in the transactions, Calvin Ridley has retired after 10 years. Our #1 receiver basically this year. He had a bit of a, you know, a renaissance, you could say, in his final year and decided to retire off that. 2028 here preseason. The team is better. We're an 84 overall now, and that is a 4 overall jump from last year. What happened? I believe it's 3, actually, now that I think about it. I think we were an 81, but either way, Cam Ward up to an 83 overall. I don't know if he's the guy, but I'm sorry, is that Wandale Robinson? That is Wandale Robinson at Superstar X Factor and our #1 receiver. What is this universe? No. I gotta see now. What did he do? 2026, he had 100 catches for 1,300 yards and 13 touchdowns. 2025 was a great year too. 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. Last year, 952 yards and 12 touchdowns. What are we looking at? DK has moved up to wide receiver 2 at a 76. Westbrook is also a 76. And it looks like we drafted a beast of a tight end. 80 overall, Jorge Contreras. Yeah, this guy's gonna be good. We have a legitimate tight end on this team now. It feels like we've had so many tight ends. Okonkwo is still on the team. Helm is still on the team, but we got this guy now, Contreras. O-line, I wish we were improving more. Latham's still an 82 overall. Golston's up to an 82 as well. Yeah, it's like, and it's an okay O-line, but it's not great. Defensively, Ben Quick moved to superstar dev. Okay, this guy might be legit. We also drafted another linebacker, Matt Harrell. He's 21 years old, Sam linebacker. His attributes are right here. I mean, number 12 strong side linebacker in the league. We'll take that as a rookie. Winslow has moved up to an 86 overall, so that looks to be a great draft pick as well. The team looks solid. If it performs, I think it could be a wild card team right now. I really do. I don't even know what to say at this point. Something's got to change. We're 2-5 right now, coming off a win at least. Not where I was really expecting to be. Cam Ward's doing the same thing he seems to always do. I don't get it. We can't run the ball still. Start this Maben guy. At least he's getting 4 a carry. Wandale Robinson is already at 7 touchdowns. He's having a great year. I'm going to just try some different things here. We're going to switch to a multiple power run and have Ben Johnson's playbook built on the power run West Coast scheme. We'll see if this makes a good change for us. Frankly, I don't know which playbooks are the best, but we're going to send them to the playoffs, and we'll see if we have a good second half. Maybe we can sneak into that wild card. We had an early bye. We had a very early bye, and we end up going 5-12. I really don't know what to say here. We're horrible. We are absolutely horrible. So what I'm going to do is go back to the West Coast spread that they already had, and we're going to go to Tampa Bay's playbook for next year. We're going to have it all year. But first, we got to get through an off season where hopefully we do get better again. 2028 season recap. The Broncos beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. Bo Nix, the MVP. Joe Burrow wins the season MVP. Todd Bowles was coach of the year. Puka, yet again, offensive player of the year. Nick Bosa is still around as the defensive player of the year. And then a quarterback, Jaden Briggs for the Vikings, is offensive rookie of the year. And edge rusher, Nicholas Williams for the Jets, is defensive rookie of the year. 2029, year 5, I believe. We're up to an 85 overall. The defense is an 87. What kind of moves did the GM make this year? Wandale Robinson has regressed to a superstar dev. Awesome. And we draft a quarterback. Maben has taken over a running back, but hold on. Cam Ward might be on his way out. We draft 79 overall Nick Mendoza, who is 21 years old. Wow, he throws the ball way harder than Ward. The accuracies are pretty good off the bat. 93 speed. Hold on, the Titans might have cooked. 94 throw power, 93 speed. Ward's gone. Get him out now. We also draft a receiver that's already a 77 and 22 years old, Bryson Johnston. He's 5'11", not super fast. I don't know what he's going to turn into. With this quarterback, I feel like he could throw to anybody. I wish I could just move him up to the starter, but I can't. We're letting the simulation go. Now, Jorge Contreras, superstar X Factor going into year 2 at an 87 overall. This guy is insane. Yeah, things you'll love to see right there. The number 6 tight end in the league in year 2. Defensively, it looks like we drafted a couple defenders. McCreary's up to superstar dev. Winslow up to an 88. We drafted a safety here, 75 overall, Garrett Chapman. Looks like he's backing up both free safety and strong safety, but he is a free safety. And we drafted a hidden dev, edge rusher, Joshua Dempsey, but he's 63 overall, so he's not really going to end up being anything most likely. Hidden dev at 63 is interesting, though. I'm sorry, he's an edge rusher, but he's 313 pounds. What are we doing here? What? Hello? Is this the year we get off to another good start? New playbook. Hopefully they put in the rookie at some point. I'll be honest, I want to use him really bad. Let's see if we just got to have a winning record at midseason, please. Winning record. It's year 5. If the rebuild isn't cooking by year 5, then the Titans are cooked in general as an organization. They already kind of are. But by year 5 of a rebuild, come on. We're 2-5 again. We're an 86 overall team. We're 2-5. Okay, at this point, I gotta say, it's time to move on from Ward. He's even got the bridge quarterback tag now. He is not improving. And now apparently Maven's not starting. Tyjae Spears getting the majority of the carries again. And still, Maven is performing better. I don't even know what's going on in our receiving room. We got 4 receivers over 230 yards. I don't know what we're doing here. Get Jorge Contreras the ball more. I mean, 23 catches for 216. Get him the ball more. You know, I feel bad for Titans fans at this point, because this team is making me crash out at this point. I can't imagine in real life. Sim to the playoffs, though, we're 2-5. Maybe there's a resurgence at the end of the year and we sneak into the wild card. You'd love to see it. This has got to be the end of Cam Ward if they don't perform well this season, though. At that point, it's got to be Nick Mendoza time. We finished 4-13. Get Cam Ward out the door now. 3,500 yards, 23 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Like, come on. This was also his worst turnover year. Can we lock it in and get him out? Tyjae Spears, Shadarius Maven. We need a running back too, apparently. Wandale had another solid year, 82 catches for 979 and 7 touchdowns. Jameer DK added 8 touchdowns. And we're just not using this amazing tight end we have enough. The rookie Bryson Johnston did have a solid rookie year, though. I mean, 634 yards we'll take out of a rookie. Mendoza's already up to an 82 overall, and he hasn't even played enough snaps. At this point, Cam Ward at 85, Mendoza's a rookie at 82. You have to go to Mendoza here. And looking at Cam's contract, he got extended. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why did he get a big money extension? He's been ass. You draft a rookie who, by the way, is 82 overall at the end of his rookie year, with 94 speed, 93 arm strength, or whatever. Why are you extending Ward? Get me to year 6, man. We're gonna see who wins the Super Bowl. Get me to year 6. Trade Ward something. Year 5 season recap. The Bills beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl pretty handedly. 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen, the MVP. He also wins the regular season MVP. Okay. Carl David, the coach of the 49ers, is coach of the year. Puka yet again. This guy's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Hutchinson, defensive player of the year. Wide receiver Jalen Murray for the Dolphins. Another great Dolphins receiver. Okay. Offensive rookie of the year. And then Dylan Stewart, a corner for the Patriots, defensive rookie of the year. Okay, we regressed a little bit as a team. We're an 85 overall now. That defense still strong, though, at 87. Cam Ward is still here. Get him out. And we lost our stud left tackle to an injury. We also have a terrible center. What are we doing, man? Tyjae Spears is still our running back. Wandale has regressed to a star development. We drafted another receiver as well, Hugh Kilroy, 21 years old, 6'2", 234 with 91 speed, 96 jumping as well. Very interesting piece right there. We just keep drafting these receivers. Another hidden dev at tight end. We keep drafting tight ends too. Mike Petty, 77 overall. I mean, that's a really good draft pick. And 89 speed at tight end. Okay. I mean, we're getting receiving options. On the defensive side of the ball, not much has really changed. Winslow is up to superstar dev. Love to see that. Chapman is a 79 star dev. Oladejo is a 87 overall off the edge. Things you love to see. We also drafted another edge rusher who's a 79 overall. Interesting. This guy looks like he could end up being really good. Already 84 finesse moves with 89 acceleration. We might have drafted a couple studs in this draft. Now, is that going to mean anything? Probably not. We're the Titans. Oh my God, we're 3-3. I repeat, we are 3-3. We are 500 at midseason. And Cam Ward is still ass. He is now trade target veteran as a tag. Start Mendoza. Jose Lockridge is a second-year running back. 4 touchdowns. Maybe he's more of a power back. I don't know. Wandale's still our best receiver. The Hugh Kilroy fella, though, is starting off pretty good with 2 touchdowns. Love to see that. Johnston is playing decently as well. I mean, it's just... we don't have anyone to throw him the ball right now. Cam Ward is not it in this save. Now, hopefully he is in real life, but for this save, he's bad. I'm crashing out over a simulation. It's not even playing the game right now. It's a simulation. We went 8-9. Still a losing record, but we're up to an 88 overall. We're getting there. We also lost our last 2 matchups against the Chiefs and the Texans. Like, we're kind of getting there. Sort of. Not really. Cam Ward ended up with one of his better seasons, nearly 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, but still 14 interceptions. It's not good enough. Tyjae Spears, ass. Lockridge, a little less ass by rate basis, but still not great. Wan'Dale Robinson, oh my God. Wan'Dale Robinson, 107 catches, 1,600 yards and 12 touchdowns. Well, he's 5'8". How are you doing this? Johnston adds 700 yards and 4 touchdowns. Kilroy, the rookie, 574 yards and 6 touchdowns. And Jorge Contreras, almost 500 yards and a touchdown as well. Man, I don't know what's going on here. We have good pieces. We got to look at defensive stats. I haven't been doing that enough. What's going on the defense? Ben Quick is our tackles leader right now. Tackles for loss wise, we had 10 from Oladejo, 9 from Simmons. We're not bringing as much pressure to the quarterback as we were. I think that's a big key right now. Simmons with 10 sacks, Oladejo with 9.5. Then it falls to like 3. We're not getting a ton of pressure on the quarterback, it seems. The picks are a little down as well, but Winston, Paxton, and Chapman all had 3. Look at our safeties. Our safeties are balling, apparently. Kobe Dean adds 1, Winslow 1, and McGowan 1 as well. Rookie Justice McGowan, I didn't even notice him. 75 overall normal dev. He's playing, though, apparently. I just want to make a wild card round, man. I just at this point, I just want to make a wild card round. I want to just have a little just a little sniff of the playoffs. Just a little sniff, a little whiff. That's it. 2030 season recap. The Saints won the Super Bowl. The Saints rebuilt to a Super Bowl faster than us. 27-10 over the Ravens. Alex Delgado was the Super Bowl MVP. I got to take a look at that guy. Josh Allen MVP again. Carl David Coach of the Year again. Puka again with the Offensive Rookie of the Year. What, dude? Or Player of the Year. Micah is Defensive Player of the Year. Tony Franklin is a quarterback for the Bengals. They moved on from Burrow, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Colby Costello for the Chiefs. Strong safety is Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who is this Alex Delgado fella? So an 89 overall superstar dev. This guy, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And wow, he is a stud. Imagine if we had one of him. Maybe we could actually run the ball a little bit. I don't know. Aiden Hutchinson also made it to the Saints. Interesting. They built a really good team. We, on the other hand, you would think it looks okay. We're an 88 overall, but we're not performing. Going into 2031, we're an 87 overall team. This team should be able to compete for a playoff spot. And Ward is still here. When is this guy gone? 29 years old. He still hasn't really done anything yet, man. You could argue last season was his best season. It was by rating. Last year of his deal, though. This is a make or break year. Contract year, Cam Ward, maybe. Nick Mendoza is still here, though. We still are not going to have a running game. Kilroy is up to an 80. Johnston up to an 83. He has receivers at this point. And the tight end is a 90 overall X factor. Like, Ward does not have an excuse right now. We drafted another receiver, 72 overall, Connor Fiore. He's 6'4" and 90 speed. Very interesting. I mean, the center still is not good. We drafted a pretty bad offensive tackle as well, it looks like, but he's hidden dev. Wow, look at our safeties. Winston, Chapman, and Paxton, all superstar dev. We also have superstar dev Winslow. I mean, our secondary is nasty. We also have Ben Quick at linebacker, just he has no help at linebacker. The edge rusher we drafted is superstar X factor. Year 2, 85 overall, Cordell Hayes is nasty. 92 finesse moves as a second year player. And Oladejo on the other side of him. This team should compete, man. Just, you got to do it for Jeffrey Simmons, man. You have to do it for Jeffrey Simmons, man. He 87 overall, still a superstar player, but he's 34 years old. Man has to be retiring soon. He has to be. We're going to try pulling out the Chiefs playbook here. It's a power run West Coast. West Coast fits our quarterback, but not necessarily our running backs. But, you know, a little power run. Tyjae Spears more of a power back. We'll see if this works. Come on, this has to be the year. We're an 87 overall. New playbook. Cam Ward contract year. We have receivers. We have a stud tight end. We have a nasty defense. This has to be the year we make the playoffs, at least. I'm not even asking for a Super Bowl at this point, man. Just the playoffs. It's 2031. We're 4-3. We have a winning record. Oh my goodness. And we're the number 11 offense. That is improvement. That is improvement. I feel like our defense will get better too at number 18. I like this. We're going to stick with this. We're going to stick with all of this. We are going to go to the playoffs. We are going to make the playoffs, damn it. We have to. We made the wild card. Now we went 9-8 again, but we made the wild card and we're on a little bit of a win streak to end the year with wins over the Saints and Colts. They were close though. We're going to be facing the 10-7 Raiders, who are a better team than us. But either way, I am pumped right now. First playoff appearance. Oh, I think we found the offense for Cam Ward. Finally, almost 4,300 yards, 39 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. What a contract year. Yeah, at this point, I feel like you have to re-sign him. He's probably going to go up to superstar dev too. I mean, I feel like you have to re-sign him after that. Tyjae Spears ran for 748 yards, 3 touchdowns. We didn't have much of a run game. In fact, we really didn't have any running game. Wan'Dale Robinson, dude, this guy's gonna be one of the GOATs at this point. 1,100 yards, 16 touchdowns. Bryson Johnston reaches the 1,000-yard plateau as well with 8 touchdowns. And Hugh Kilroy, 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. Contreras adds another 700 yards as well. Getting Jorge Contreras in the Kelsey role might have been the move, actually. Defensively, Ben Quick with 131 tackles to lead us. Tackles for loss, we had 13 from Simmons, 11 from Oladejo, 10 from Hales. Sweat and Quick at 8 and 7 as well. Oh my God. Oladejo, 22.5 sacks and 16 from Cordell Hales. Oh my God, our edge rushers are disgusting. We did not pick the ball off as much this year. Winslow with 2, and then McCreary, Winston, and McMichael with 1 each. But we brought pressure to the quarterback this year, that's for sure. And we are going to jump into the wild card round here. And we're going to see some of these guys at work. I mean, this far down the line, we still have some of the big pieces from the original team, but not too many. I'm curious to see what the rest of the squad looks like. We got a couple extra. It's a rain game. If you guys missed it, I just did a Jackson Dart career sim. Make sure you guys check that out on the channel. The first playoff game was a rain game, of course, in the wild card round. Now I'm terrified. The rain makes this experience miserable. Now, the bright side, we're not trying to just absolutely push a quarterback here. We're trying to win a game so we can run the ball a little bit. And we're going to hand it to Spears. Spears over the middle of the field. And that's a great start to the game, a 7-yard run. And it's going to be Ward under center. Wan'Dale on the right side. We get to see Petty and Contreras on the field as well. And Ward is out there, and he's going to throw back over the middle of the field. And it's Contreras with the catch and a first down. Great play by Cam Ward. Coming on, I mean, this has been his career season, and honestly, one of the better quarterback seasons we'll probably see this year. We expect him at this point to lead us on this. We expect it. Ward under center again, and it's Johnston wide open on the right side, and Johnston turns upfield. Johnston tackled from behind after making a man miss. We're all the way to the 24. I like how this offense looks a lot. I like it a lot, man. And we're going to hit our tight end here. It's Contreras. Ward was under pressure, and that's just a great play to get out of the pressure. Tyjae Spears the back. We're going to be handing it off to him. Ward under center again. And we get it to Spears, and he runs right into the defensive tackle, make it 3rd and 5. Coming out in the shotgun. Spears in motion here on 3rd down. The running man. We're going to hit the quick slant here. And Johnston, what a catch! And he gets the first. Okay, Johnston's a beast. Bryson Johnston. I like this guy. We just got to hold on to the ball. Okay, Kilroy didn't even try for that. He actually could have caught it if he tried for it, but he didn't try for it. I'm annoyed. And we have the running back over the middle. It's Spears, and he drops it. And we're going to have to settle for 3 on our first possession. Kick is up, and it will be good here in the rain. 3-0. Scoring drive to start the game. I guess we can't be mad at it. And simming forward here. Raiders' first possession ends in a touchdown. And then another touchdown for the Raiders. We match. And we score another field goal to end the first half. 14-13. Close game here. Raiders score a field goal. We get a touchdown, and we are winning in the 4th quarter. Raiders match. 4th and 4. We're going to jump in. We have to go for it. 4th and 4 from the 31. Wan'Dale is open, and Ward gets it to him. Oh, baby. This could be really good. Down 4, we have to score a touchdown, but we have the ball in the red zone with 2:50 left. We start off with a handoff to Spears. Spears over the middle of the field, runs into his own offensive lineman. Oh, that really hurt. There was a wide open lane for him to score. Either way, a 4-yard gain is solid. Time is ticking. We're going to get one more play off here before the 2-minute warning. And it's Spears over the middle, fighting forward. First down. We're going to take it to the 2-minute warning. First and goal on the 8. We're going to run it very first play. I like this setup we got here. We hand it to Spears. Spears cuts inside, gets it to the 5. We're letting time tick here. 1.5 minutes left. We want to score, but we also don't want too much time here. I'm going to let it tick a little bit. We're basically playing for the win at this point. Throw to the tight end, Petty. It was almost picked. 3rd and goal from the 5. Wan'Dale Robinson set up in the slot. Ward out of the shotgun. Kilroy's open. Ward floats it. It's a touchdown, Titans. What a play by Cam Ward. Just floated it, and Kilroy with the perfect route. Extra point is good. We just need the defense to hold. 3rd and 5 from the 45. Takes off and he's sacked. Julius Knighton, who are you? 4th and 10. The Raiders have to go for it. Defense, one more down. Come on. One more down. You got to hold. And it's a bad throw. The Titans are going to win. Cam Ward in victory formation. We have won a playoff game, and we're going to move to the divisional. Unbelievable. 27-24. And Cam Ward in a contract year had his best season of his career by far and has won our first playoff game of the video. And Ward himself was incredible. 31 for 50, 327 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the rain. Things you'll love to see. Spears was 14 for 58. We'll take that. Ward added 4 for 21 on the ground as well. Bryson Johnston, 10 for 169 and 2 touchdowns. What a game. And then Hugh Kilroy added 6 for 44 and a touchdown as well. Wan'Dale had some big catches. That was unbelievable. Did we get any sacks? We had 1 from Knighton, 1 from McAllister, and a half from Winslow and Sweat. A pick for Chad Lewis. Love to see it. No fumbles forced. I don't even care. What a game. What a team win. And we're going to be playing the Chargers in the divisional round, and they went 12-5 this year. But on paper, we're apparently better. Same overall, though. But, I mean, on paper, we're supposedly better. Justin Herbert is still there at Superstar Dev. And here we are at SoFi, the exact opposite of the rain game we just played. It is a beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful. Justin Herbert's going to lead the Chargers out of the tunnel. Why is Petty on the outside over there? I don't like it. I was trying to hit Petty. 4th and 2 on the 26. I kind of want to go for it. We are going to. Offensive coordinator wants to go for it. I'm so down. I'm so down. A lot of motion over the middle here. A lot of crossers. And we couldn't get it to him. Oh my God, Kilroy was open. I just needed half a second more. And going into simulation here. We're okay. Our defense is cooking. 7-7 game right now. Second half. No one scores before the end of the half. It's still 7-7 in third. We get a safety and then a touchdown. Chargers match with a touchdown, and Chargers take the lead here in the 4th quarter. We score again. 24-24. 4th and 17. And we're going to have to punt. The defense is going to have to stand here. Might have done a little too much. It was almost blocked. Wait, that's a great punt. That's a great punt. That's a great punt. Down at the 12. We need a stop from the defense. Defense. Come on, defense. They just keep hitting this damn tight end. Timeout. That's their last timeout. We have to hold. We have to hold. And it's a quick out. Great play from Herbert. First down. I'm afraid to cover the flats. I know they're targeting them, but if they beat us over the top, I'm gonna cry. Oh, that's great defense over the middle. Ben Quick. We're gonna be using Quick here. We're so close to field goal range too. I'm so scared. Wide open. They're in field goal range. We got to call a timeout. Not like this. They're an empty. They're an empty. And they get even closer. We got it. I was going for the hit stick, trying to force a fumble. Come on, defense. They're kicking the field goal now. Old choice. It's good. Interesting. Cam Ward has 12 seconds to get us downfield for a field goal. We have no timeouts. It is not possible. We get it to the at the 35. Deep ball to Kilroy. And it's picked. And that is the game. I mean, the Chargers went 12-5 for a reason this year. They were a very good team, but we competed. We competed hard, and you got to respect it. What happens with Cam Ward? At this point, kind of want to keep him with these pieces. He had an amazing season. He did have 2 picks in this game, though, unfortunately, and that actually might be the difference here. We need a running back, man. Spears was horrible. Mike Petty had a great game. Wandale and Johnston also had good games. Oh, man, what happens with Ward at this point? Do we bring him back, or is he gone? Either way, though, for a 9-8 team, that's a good, successful year. We made it to the divisional round. We just need to improve off of that. We were 2 rounds away. We were 2 rounds away. Chargers end up losing in the Super Bowl to the Niners. And, oh, wow. Diamador Lenore. Diamador was the Super Bowl MVP, though. Benjamin Irving, the Rams' new QB, won MVP. John Grant, the Coach of the Year. Puka again. Oladejo, though, we have a Defensive Player of the Year in the organization. Hopefully he's not under a contract, or hopefully he doesn't need an extension or something right now, because we need him. We need him bad. Arnold Bass was the Chargers wide receiver, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Nick Stiles, the Packers edge rusher, was Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, going into the 2032 season, the biggest question of the offseason most likely is, where did Cam Ward go? Coming off of the season that he had, he was probably a top free agent. Did we bring him back? The answer is, oh my God, we have Patrick Mahomes and Cam Ward. What are we cooking here? How did this happen? Signed a free agent running back, signed a Mike. We signed Pat Mahomes to a 1-year, $51 million deal. Did we extend him at before the offseason? We have Patrick Mahomes. Cam Ward is superstar dev now, by the way. He did get superstar after that last year. He signed an extension. Oh my God. It's for so much less money, by the way. So he signs an extension, but then we signed Patrick Mahomes. We also finally drafted a center. Yo, this offense is nasty. This offense is disgusting. Joey Carvajal, a 21-year-old center that's an 82 overall already. That was the last piece we needed on the offensive side, at least. This team is gross. The CPU cooked. We even have an 84 overall running back in Brandon Hills here. 93 speed. Yo, this offense and the defense, it still looks so good. We are a little weak at corner. We have 2 safeties lining up at CB4 and CB5. But Winslow's a stud. And Jeffrey Simmons retired after that last year as well. So a little weak at defensive tackle as well. But the secondary, we have some amazing edge rushers. The offense looks insane. If this is not the year, Pat Mahomes under the Chiefs playbook, come on, baby. Show me an insane record at midseason. I want to be undefeated. I'll say it. I want to be undefeated. We're 3-4. How? How are we 3-4? 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. What is happening? Even Brandon Hills is a solid running back, 4.3 per carry. Mahomes is averaging 5.2 per carry. Jorge Contreras is having the best receiving year, with Bryson Johnston being a stud. Wandale's having a great year with 7 touchdowns. Kilroy's having a great year. The defense has to be bad. This offense is gross. The defense has to be bad. We're the number 3 offense in points per game, or the 26th defense. It's because we're weak at defensive tackle, 100%. Either way, though, hopefully Pat can lead us to the promised land here, even though we are 3-4 at midseason. We're an 89 overall team. Pat is playing some of his best ball ever at this age. 6-11? How did we go 6-11? Patrick Mahomes had 4,800 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 8 picks. And we go 6-11? I don't know how Wandale is getting away with this. 31 years old now. 31 years old. And look at these seasons he's been having. He might end up as one of the GOATs. This is unreal. Johnston also had another great year. I mean, they had Pat Mahomes throwing the ball, but we had 4 receivers basically over 900 yards. And you're telling me we don't make the postseason? It's unbelievable. We definitely aren't getting as much pressure on the quarterback as we were. Only 3 interceptions. That's brutal. The defense is starting to struggle a little bit. Wow. And Mahomes is on a 1-year deal. I think it's over. We're going to be back to Ward next year. Dude, it was, oh man. 2032 recap. The Giants beat the Dolphins in the Giants have even won a Super Bowl before us. 13-10. Thad Duffy, Mike linebacker, wins MVP. CJ Stroud is the NFL MVP. Roy Walker, the coach of the Jets, was coach of the year. Rashee Rice, offensive player of the year for the Falcons. Aiden Hutchinson still on the Saints, defensive player of the year. You get Scott Ross, offensive rookie of the year, wide receiver for the Packers, and Denzel Leonard, left edge for the Cardinals, defensive rookie of the year. I don't know what to say at this point. I'm really worried about what our team looks like next year because we're definitely losing Pat, I feel like. I'll be very surprised if we have Pat Mahomes on this roster for 2033. Now, we're still an 88 overall, but the defense has fallen to an 85. The offense is now our best strength. And looking at the team, it's Cam Ward yet again. We also aren't great at running back. Our receiver core is nasty. This Ash fella is superstar dev. Carvajal, I can't say his name. He's an 85 overall superstar. We still have Contreras. We still have Petty. JC Latham is still on this team too, which is kind of cool to see. Defensively, okay. I see some things I do like. Looks like we lost some of our safeties. Chapman's hurt. Winslow's starting to get old. Our corners are in a rough situation. Edge rushers are still fantastic, and we drafted a new Mike linebacker, Andrew Edgar. He's only 72 overall, but he does have hidden dev with 86 speed. And we also finally addressed defensive tackle, drafting our defensive tackle 3, who is a 75 overall. Hidden dev Max Pickett, 336 pounds. He's definitely more of a nose tackle type. I guess to answer that, we're going to go to the midseason mark, see where we're at. Midseason mark, we're 5-1, and that loss happened right before the bye. Love that. Cam Ward, obviously not Pat Mahomes, but still doing his thing. 1,600 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3 picks. We're not turning the ball over. We'll take that. Anthony Dixon is our starting running back. Not great. Ward is also helping on the running game. Kilroy is our #1 receiver in yards. Contreras having another great year. Johnston having another solid year. Wandale seems to be falling off a little bit, but also he's not getting as many catches. Still an 86 overall superstar X Factor. I expect him to have a big second half. And the big key here, we're the #2 defense. Whatever changed, I don't know. But our defense is playing at an elite level right now. We gotta have the offense step up a little bit and keep that defense there. 5-1 at the midseason mark, though. I expect to at least be in the playoffs. We'll see if I'm right. We've seen crazier things in this. We end up going 13-4, and we're in the wild card round of all things. But 13-4 season, that's what I'm talking about. And looking here, Cam Ward was elite yet again. Talk about a late bloomer, man. 4,700 yards, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks. Dixon ended up with 866 yards and 9 touchdowns. Ward added a touchdown on the ground. We had 3 1,000-yard receivers. And look at Wandale Robinson. And it wasn't even Johnston this year. Kilroy had 97 catches for 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Contreras, 98 catches for 1,000 yards and 4. Wandale, 1,000 yards on 74 catches and 8 touchdowns. Johnston, 8 touchdowns on 908 yards. Dixon added 483 out of the backfield with 5 touchdowns. The offense was great. Defensively, Matt Harrell was our tackles leader with Ben Quick right behind him. Tackles for loss, we had 16 from Caleb Childress, 12 from Oladejo, and 10 from Harrell. Sacks wise, 12 from Childress, 10 from Oladejo, 8 from Polly, 8 from Hales. And we had 1 pick from McGowan, Bush, Winston, Chapman, Edgar, and Jackson. So pretty spread around. But hey, we did pretty good, it seems. We're 13-4. Looking at the actual stats, we were 15th offense, but 2nd pass yards offense. And we were the #4 defense in points per game. Love to see it. We are going to sim the wild card round. If we don't beat the Steelers, I'm going to be very sad. We do not beat the Steelers. 13-4 season. We lose in the wild card round to the Steelers 19-14. I guess we'll be seeing you in the off season. Rams end up beating the Ravens in the Super Bowl 19-13. Benjamin Irving was the Super Bowl MVP. And the Falcons quarterback Will Pratt wins NFL MVP. Roy Walker of the Jets wins Coach of the Year. Elliott Vaughn, Offensive Player of the Year for the Panthers. Wow, James Pierce Jr. wins Defensive Player of the Year. That is something I didn't expect. Another late bloomer, it seems. Ravens have an Offensive Rookie of the Year in Joe Izzo, the wide receiver. And then the Chiefs Defensive Rookie of the Year, Preston Mahoney, is a defensive tackle. Well, we just went 13-4 and fizzled out in the playoffs. I could see the GM blowing it up. I could see them adding. I really don't know what we're going to do. We have 29 mil in cap room, though. I really don't know who's up in contract. Going into that next year, the defense improved a little bit. The offense stayed the same. We're an 89 overall team. What happened? Cam Ward is superstar X Factor after that last year. What a resurgence for this guy, man. I thought he was going to be out of the league at some point. Now he's 88 overall superstar X Factor at 32 years old. Absolutely incredible. Dixon is now star dev. Johnston is our one receiver. Kilroy our two. Wandale is a superstar at 82 overall. We have 4 over 80 overall receivers and a very, very good offensive line. And Contreras still 93 overall. We just lost our backup, unfortunately, in Dixon. Defensively, Chapman is now superstar X Factor. Hale's still a superstar X Factor. Quick and Oladejo still superstar. We drafted another defensive tackle in this guy, Ben Pike, 23 years old at a hidden dev. But defensive tackle, incredibly weak. It's incredibly weak right now. In our corners, McGowan's up to an 81 overall. Winslow's still a 90. At what point is Winslow going to regress? It's been that long now, guys. 2034. Is this year 10? Year 9? I think it's year 9. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. This is year 10. This is year 10. If this is not the year. At the midseason mark, we are 6-1 yet again. Things you'll love to see. We've been here before, though. We've been here before. Cam Ward, 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Love to see it. Taylor Alexander is a rookie that leads us in attempts right now, but it's just not good efficiency. Same with Anthony Dixon. Bryson Johnston back to his, leading ways for our receiver room. Wandale having a great year, though. Kilroy and Jordan Alvarado, the tight end. I'm guessing Jorge Contreras got hurt. He only has 9 receptions. Love seeing that at the midseason mark, though. We're the number 7 offense, number 10 defense. We will take that. We just got to hold, man. We just got to hold. And for the 3rd time in 10 years, we have made the playoffs yet again as a wild card team. 11-6. That's a very good year from us. We're going to be playing the Dolphins in the wild card round, and we do have the advantage in terms of on paper. Stats wise, though, Cam Ward was first in the NFL with 4,600 yards, 39 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. Dixon leads us on the ground with 7 touchdowns. I don't want to talk about the efficiency. Bryson Johnston with 1,400 yards and 16 touchdowns. What a year. Kilroy also adds 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns, and Wandale was 972 with 6 as well. Jorge Contreras, it's clear he didn't play the entire year, but 660 yards, 4 touchdowns. And Jordan Alvarado added 4 touchdowns as well. Defensively, our tackles leader was Justice McGowan, a corner. I don't know how I feel about that. 16 tackles for loss for Oladejo, and then no one else had above 8. Sacks wise, 13.5 for Oladejo, 10 for Hales. The edge rushers are putting in work, I guess. There we go. There we go. Those are the turnovers, baby. McGowan, 2 picks. Winslow and Chapman each have 2 as well. Quick, Harold, Bush, and Edgar each have a pick as well. Could this be the team? We have to make it through the Dolphins in the wild card round, and we lose to the Dolphins 17-14. How does this keep happening, man? How does this keep happening? It's clear the defense is doing fine. All of these games, it's below 20 points. Our offense can't score. 2034 season recap. The Jets beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. Quite an offensive game as well. Azariah Thomas, the Super Bowl MVP, as a corner. Bo Nix is the NFL MVP. It's still a Bronco. Roy Walker wins Coach of the Year and a Super Bowl. Scott Ross for the Packers wins Offensive Player of the Year. Mitch McLeod for the Lions wins Defensive Player of the Year. Tavares Dent for the Dolphins. Okay, so the Dolphins have a running back, apparently. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Matthias Andrade for the Bears, a defensive tackle. Bear Don, Defensive Player Rookie of the Year. Bear Don. But what's going on with this team? Do we have anybody retiring? Justin Jefferson just retired. Oh, my goodness. No one retired from our team. Things you'll have to see. All right, starting off year 11, 2035 preseason. Looks like the offense improved in overall. What happened? Cam Ward still an 89 overall. Oh my God, we drafted a running back. He's not good, but we drafted one. Braylon Burgess, hidden dev. We'll see what he is. Johnston is up to superstar dev at 91 overall. Kilroy's up to an 86. And did Wandale Robinson retire? It is possible. We also have this guy, Dalton Shaw. He's a second-year player with superstar dev, but he's 73. Could it be the next Wandale, perhaps? Jorge Contreras has fallen to superstar dev, but he's still a 93 overall. JC Latham is still here. Things you'll love to see. Offensive line is fantastic. Defensively, the defensive tackle position is improving. Love to see it. Winslow is starting to regress. We did draft a corner with hidden dev, but he is a 65 overall. Not going to help us right now. Safeties are still solid. We have an X factor. Winston has fallen to star dev. He's starting to get old. Ben Quick is still here. We brought in this guy, Spencer Hendricks, a second-year player with superstar dev. Love to see that. Oladejo is now X factor. Hales is now superstar. We drafted another edge rusher, and Eddie Vega with hidden dev at 76. The team's drafting well. We have a very good team. We just have to not choke in the playoffs. I'm not even going to mid-season here. We're going straight to the playoffs. I expect us to be there. And we do make the wild card round again at 10-7. We just played the Colts in week 18 and lost, and now we're playing them in the wild card. Cam Ward, 4,500 yards, 36 touchdowns, 6 picks. I mean, he's turning into one of the GOATs at this point with the way he's been playing. Wow. Run game. It's a miracle. Anthony Dixon, 926 yards at 4.2 per carry and 10 touchdowns. We have a run game. Johnston with 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. Well, Jordan Ellis has 7 touchdowns. Okay, Jordan Ellis, I see you. Kilroy with 887 yards, 5 touchdowns. Contreras, 7 touchdowns. And Dixon, 5 in the air as well. Great year from Anthony Dixon. Now, we have the same record as Indiana. Now, we have the same record as Indianapolis. We just lost to them. Can we beat them? We do. The revenge game. We're in the divisional against the Cleveland Browns, who went 14-3, by the way. Either way, though, revenge game in the very next week. Things you love to see. But now we have to deal with the Cleveland Browns. We are a better team on paper, but they went 14-3. We went 10-7. I really don't know what to expect here. We are going to try to make it to the conference championship. Our offense was elite at number 4, by the way. Defense was the number 15th defense, and we move on. We beat the Browns 26-15. We go in against the Denver Broncos and likely still Bo Nix. We both went 10-7, AFC championship, and we're going to jump into this one. And here we are in Denver, Colorado, Mile High Field. Oh man, a little bit of overcast, and that is Bo Nix still on the Broncos, going against Cam Ward still on the Titans. Now that Cam Ward's developed into what he is now, it's a great story. I'm very happy he's here. The fact that he has been here the entire rebuild, kind of sick. Same thing with JC Latham. He's been here the entire time. Not as much of a star name, but that's fine. First quarter here, though, we jump out to a 7-0 lead. Denver responds. And Denver ends up hitting a field goal here. End of the first half. We're down 17-14 now going into the third quarter. Tie game at 17 in the third quarter. We end up scoring a touchdown going into the fourth. And another. It's 31-17 in the fourth quarter. And the Titans are going to the Super Bowl. 31-17 over the Broncos. We have won a conference championship and are going to the Super Bowl. Look at Cam Ward, the veteran. This is unbelievable. Ward with a very solid game, a clean game, 28 for 45, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, no turnovers. Running wise, Anthony Dixon was 13 for 52 with a touchdown. Receiving, it was Hugh Kilroy, 8 catches for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. Johnston added 7 for 89. Jorge Contreras, 6 for 44 and a touchdown. Dixon, 4 for 35 in the air. Jordan Ellis, 2 for 21, and Braylon Burgess got in there and had a catch for 11 yards. Defensively, any big deals? 2 sacks from Oladejo, a pick from Ben Quick, and a forced fumble from Reggie Winslow, and he also recovered 2. So we had 2 turnovers this game. Look at the defense stepping up. And we face the Carolina Panthers in the Super Bowl. They went 9-8 this year. Before we go into this, we got to see our first Super Bowl team. Of course, Cam Ward under center at the quarterback. 94 overall is what he's playing up to right now as Superstar X Factor. Johnston is now a Superstar X Factor at 96 overall. Kilroy up to an 89. Looks like we lost our left tackle. It looks like he's hurt, but hopefully Lynn can step up in this situation. The rest of our line is elite. Contreras back up to Superstar X Factor to 97 is what he's playing up to right now with Morale. Chapman Superstar X Factor. This Harrell guy came out of nowhere to be Superstar X Factor and is actually making Ben Quick sit right now. Oladejo Superstar X Factor. Hale Superstar. We have Childress and Pickett and Pike at defensive tackle, all over 80 overall. Winslow back up to Superstar. This team is elite, man. We haven't even have a Bush here is an 86 at corner. This is an elite team here. This team could win the Super Bowl. We are the better team on paper. 91 overall compared to 88 overall. Is Bryce Young still here? Is Teteroa McMillan still here? I am not sure. And here we are. The Panthers. The Titans. Cam Ward linking up with the quarterback. That is not Bryce Young. I will tell you that. I don't know who that is. But here we are at the Super Bowl. I'm so excited. Wearing the blues. Those look so good. Look at Cam Ward, man. First Super Bowl appearance in his career. And it has been a storied career. The man started, I thought he was going to be a bust, and has turned into one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Defense gets a stop. Offense on the field. No one is scoring in the first quarter. 0-0. We finally get on the board in the second. 7-0. And our defense is holding strong. 21-0 at the end of the first half. 28-0. Carolina finally gets on the board with 3. And then a touchdown from Carolina. It is 31-17, and we are jumping in here. Carolina trying to onside kick. They scored another touchdown. 2-possession game. And they touched it first. We recover anyway. Flag on the field. It's going to be on them. Naturally, illegal touching. They touched it first. They touched it first. And naturally, we're going to chew clock. Make sure we don't fumble. We're going to run it. They'll get the 2-minute warning here. And we're going to hand it to Dixon. Handoff Dixon, cuts to the right side of the field, over the middle, brought down. There's the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 5. It's going to be Dixon again. Ward under center. Handoff Dixon. Dixon fighting forward, makes it 3rd and 1. Timeout Carolina. First down here wins the game. And we're going to be giving it to Dixon one more time. Handoff Dixon. And he's brought down. It is 4th and 1. And they want us to go for it here. Oh my God. I'm down. Screw it. We're up 2 touchdowns. Let's ice it. Let's ice it. I'm running it again. Handoff Dixon. Dixon gets the first down. And the Titans are going to win the Super Bowl. Carolina's final timeout. Cam Ward in victory formation. I can't believe that we're finally seeing the day. Time going down. We're going to kneel it one more time. Ward takes the knee. And that is it. The Titans have won the Super Bowl. It only took 11 years, but Cam Ward has brought a Super Bowl to Nashville. Look at them celebrate. The Gatorade on the coach. Panthers are feeling bad. The confetti flying. Cam Ward being lifted onto his teammates' shoulders, getting the interviews. What a performance in the playoffs from this team. And the Titans have won a championship. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel so we can see you here again, and comment down below if you want to see me do this type of video with another team. What team should that be? We'll see you in the next one.